Hello, I'm Jason Prather, a firearms enthusiast, deputy sheriff, and commentator on Bed Arm's YouTube channel. Today we're going to install a Mesa Tactical Polymer shutter shot carrier and a Crimson Trace red dot sight. We are back with the Project 870 that we installed the TL racker in. Just to begin, unloaded, nothing in the mags. Alright, let's begin. Alright, so what we have here is the polymer sure shot shell holder with rail, some hardware, and these rubber tubes that actually go inside of the sure shell holder, and these change the durometer of the retention mechanism. For now we're just going to stick with the ones that are pre-installed. For hardware, two Allen keys. Set these two there, these three there. This is a real simple install. Drive out trigger housing pins. Slide the mount over. Actually, excuse me. I have to drop this into place first. The larger barrel goes into the rearmost pinhole first. And then we line that up. I'm not going to use any type of thread locker on this for two reasons. One, I'd like to one day take it apart to clean it anyway. Two, this gun is going to be probably parkerized in the near future, so I'll need to be able to take it apart whenever I get around to doing that project. This takes just a little bit of fine tuning to line those bolts up. I'm just going to get them started finger tight. I like to just set everything up finger tight until I'm ready to actually snug everything up. Just because it gives you a little bit of play, say if this doesn't want to line straight up for me. Right, and that gives us the sure shell holder. I'm going to set that up here for a moment. And now we're going to get into the crimson trays. Here's the sight. Here's the tool. So this is mounted on a riser. We're not going to use the riser for this project. Just going to get this loose enough to get the riser out. And hopefully it should be loose enough to mount it onto the rail. I want this as far forward as possible. My thinking is that when I finally get around to patterning the shotgun, I want the pattern to be within the field of view of the optic. That way pretty much whatever I put in my scope is where my pellets are going to land. And then I'll hopefully get the dot set up for a slug. For now, we're just going to snug it up because this will be coming apart. And that's it. We now have 6 extra rounds and an optic on this shotgun. Alright, just to confirm, we're still unloaded. Nothing in the tube. Alright, so we've got our sure shell holder and our optic mounted. Looks like it's in a pretty good place. I got maybe a little bit short for. Yeah, I think it's going to line up pretty well. There's also a space underneath the rail and here that I can use to open sight. Let's throw some shells in it and see how it weighs them. This is a box of Winchester Ranger low recoil shotgun shells. I believe it's double-aught buck. Particularly since I have the optic over the top, I'm going to set my shells in with the primers on the bottom. Just because odds are unlikely that I'm going to try to go over the top for tactical reload. Especially since that's not the way my agency's trained me. Those are a very snug fit, so I'm not worried about them falling out. So that's 5 in the tube, 6 on the side. I did not pump it, so there's nothing in the chamber. Visual, quick finger check. Still empty. It's gotten very barrel heavy, as it naturally should with that much lead. But overall, I think I like the setup. And there we have it. This project doesn't have a name for it yet. If you can throw one in the comments, I'll take a look at them. Parkerizing is probably going to be my next project for this. I'm going to start building a park tank hopefully fairly soon. And I'll probably do a video on how I build my park tanks. This will actually be my second tank I've built. I did a rifle probably about 15 years ago. This one I'm going to disassemble. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to take the rivets out for the ejector or try to parkerize it all as one piece and then see what happens. If I have to, then I'll cut the rivets and put new rivets in for the ejector. But for now, thank you for watching. If you like my video, please consider liking and subscribing. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everyone that's worked with me and supported me in other ways through the concept of bit armament. Thank you, and have a good night.